Called to war and leaving home, it is a soldier's duty, but explaining war and deployment to young children can be so very heart-wrenching. But now there is a way parents can help their children understand.
Do you know what today is?
Thursday?
Well, yes, it is Thursday, but it's also that day we talked about, the day I have to go.
Oh, yeah. Daddy's got to go away for lots and lots of days, right?
That's right, son.
Sesame Street is one of the most highly regarded educational shows for children on television, and programs like Talk, Listen, Connect is part of the reason why. Gary Nell is president and CEO of Sesame Workshop, and he joins us from New York today to talk about this program that really helps children deal with a parent who is deployed. And we appreciate you being on the show with us here today. Thank you.
Good morning, happy Easter.
Good morning, happy Easter to you. Well, first of all, before we get to that DVD where you see Elmo and kids can really understand what's happening, what you're about to do this month is help educate parents on the best way to talk to their children about deployment. Talk to us today about this program that's going to be airing a little bit later this month.
Well, Betty, there are 700,000 kids, preschool kids of active duty military and Guard and Reserves, and we learned through a process at Sesame Street where we're focusing on kids' needs that they really do need to do exactly what this is called about talking, listening, and connecting. You know, kids are dealing with issues about pre-deployment, deployment, and reunification or homecoming. This is the largest deployment since World War II, and over 1.5 million soldiers have been deployed. By the way, both dads and moms, who are now over for first, second, sometimes third tours of duty. So there's a ton of issues in the house that we've tried to bridge that gap and provide some tools to parents and caregivers so that this is a little easier transition.
Yeah, the program is called When Parents Are Deployed, and you aired it actually back in December, but you're bringing it back again onto the airwaves this month. Tell us why. Was there just a need, an overwhelming response?
Well, in many cities it'll be airing tomorrow, actually. This is the month of the military child, and there's been a huge response to this show. I would say there's nothing I've worked on at Sesame Street that's been more appreciated than this program by our military service and people connected with them. And the response has been overwhelming. We distributed 400,000 DVD kits through the Military One Source program and through our own website. And now this program, which is really aimed at a broader population, was such a hit in December that the PBS stations decided to bring it back and show it once again this week.
Well, we're showing part of that DVD kit, which is part of a bigger initiative, a program to really reach out to both parents and children. And you see Elmo there going through the phases of saying goodbye to a parent who's about to leave. And that DVD is called Talk, Listen, Connect. How are children reacting? Because most importantly, they're the ones who are really internalizing this, and sometimes they really don't know what to say or how to say it.
Well, these are indeed very awkward moments. And for pre-deployment, there are strategies. For deployment, there are strategies. And for homecoming. And it's really about those three things: talking to your children, getting them prepared about what dad or mom may be off to doing. Simple things like using a globe, for instance, to show them where you're going. Listening to them so they can express their feelings and allow them to express some of the fears that they have, so you can talk them through it, and that how you may be as a soldier prepared to go on a job just as they're prepared to go to school, and then connecting on a regular basis, be it through email, through a call at Easter, whatever, so we can bridge that distance a little bit. It's really about filling that those awkward moments during this deployment.
Well, Gary, I want to share with our viewers just a little clip from this initiative and helping these children really prepare and understand what they're going through. This is from a little girl whose family has decided to pull out different notes from Dad. So take a listen.
I'd read like, I can't wait to hug you. Hooey, I miss you.
You can just see the look on her face and how heart-wrenching this is for her father to be away at war. By parents sharing some of the different techniques that they're using in your videos, is that really resonating with folks out there?
Well, it indeed is. In fact, we just did a study with Purdue University who interviewed hundreds of military personnel, and overwhelmingly, I think 80 to 90% of them said that this was a very important tool. You know, what we realized at Sesame Workshop, this is not something we've normally done with this audience, but we realized this thing that when a soldier is deployed, the entire family is deployed. And that is the one message that I think the American public maybe doesn't quite realize in the middle of these conflicts in Iraq and Afghanistan. And in our little way as a mission-driven organization, we're trying to fill that gap.
And you're definitely doing it with this program. It's more than just what's airing tomorrow in many cities, but it's also part of a bigger program which includes DVDs that many families can really learn from. Gary Nell, President and CEO of Sesame Workshop, thank you so much for what you're doing, and thanks for being here today on this Easter Sunday.
My pleasure. Thank you.